high-end theft from an auto dealer in the past month. On Feb 5, 4 cars were stolen from Rick Hendrick City Chevrolet on Independence Boulevard, where the suspects broke in, found the key fobs, and drove off. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It was too easy to take these cars.
Well, I know who did it. It's simple. I mean, the story basically tells you who did it.
The people who work at the dealership?
No, it's the mafia.
Yeah.
No joyrider goes in there and steals 4 high-end cars to go out and do crimes with and smash up.
I saw the video. It ain't the mob.
No, but they're working for the mob, Joe.
Charlotte police say the suspects of the Adams auto theft possibly were driven up to the dealership in an older model blue car. It was captured on surveillance video. If you know anything about this crime, call this number. There is a cash reward for any info leading to an arrest. You know what the world is becoming? And they forecasted it 43 years ago.
Dumber.
It's everything's the Animal House speech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here.
Which the Animal House speech now makes more. Maybe you could find it. Makes more and more sense with each.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll take the responsibility for it.
No, that's not
no.
what
If you
happens.
take the responsibility, the show ends.
What-
Blame it on Rook.
Well, you all know what I'm talking about in the film. In the film Animal House, the fraternity, always under pressure to reform, was caught cheating on a test. And by the time they get done convoluting their remarks to the superiors of the school, they had the superiors of the school condemning the United States of America. And the same thing is happening here. It's happening in Charlotte now. How are you going to handle these stolen high-end used cars? You know, if these guys who stole them were smart, they'd be following the news in Minneapolis. And they'd be saying, how dare you think we're thieves? Why, this was an example of how easy the human being is tempted in this day and age. Those key fobs were just sitting there, begging me to take one.
So they're going to talk
what
like
else-
Oliver Hardy? They all talk like Oliver Hardy then.
Whatever.
How dare you?
But Ellison said the same thing. These cars might as well have a sign on them that says "Steal me." No, they should. No, that's not even accurate.
But if you've been paying attention for 5 minutes, Joe, that's what's been going on for quite some time. We're being gaslit to death.
I can't take this anymore. We live in a time that makes no sense.
Okay, so back to your original statement. What are we going to do about it in reference to the show? Are we going to continue to go home angry and depressed every day? I mean, I worked myself into a tizzy this morning about my taxes. I had our gal, Linda Keller, do my taxes. They were so easy that she finished right away, getting a nice fat check from the feds. I owe the state $898. I started thinking about this, Joe. How much is my refund supposed to be when we get that check from
You're
the
not going to
government?
get a refund. The governor of the state is going to steal that money.
But he's been threatening to, and if I remember right, the figure was right around $1,200 apiece. So what, $2,400 for 2 people? So you're going to give me $2,400 when I had to pay $898. Why don't you just not take the $898 and I'll call it a wash?
Because
We'll
that
be
makes
good.
too much sense.
Yes, yes. So I worked myself into a rage before I even opened up the newspaper.
Is it accurate to say that the very foundation of Judeo-Christian life
Yeah.
has been eliminated?
Yep. And I've seen what you've been saying. I'm seeing other people say it now. The American way of life is threatened. They hate it. They want to change it. The American dream and achieving the American dream is dead as far as it's wrong. It's capitalism. It's evil. Whatever
they
they're
believe
calling
it's
it.
wrong.
Yeah.
The Judeo-Christian way of life regarding just even the 10 Commandments, for example, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Nothing means anything anymore. And I can see it not meaning anything to the political class because it's how they're retaining power. I don't know this Ian Evans at all. I've never met Ian Evans. I don't know anything about him. But what surprises me is that here's an apparently functioning male with a job that presumably would require of him some responsibility to get there, for example, and to turn on the lights and open the classroom door and do his work. And he is extraordinarily willing to accommodate the political class by corroborating their belief that it was the car's fault.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tell me about it. Did this fruitcake from Coon Rapids ever call us back? Zach Stevenson.
As a matter of fact,
He thinks it's not safe to have these cars in a neighborhood.
he did not call me back, but a member of his office did yesterday at about 3:30 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And my voice will transcribe the actual voicemail into text. So I'll read it to you here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, Chris, this is Jack. I'm in Representative Stevens' office. Sorry we missed your call earlier. Just wanted to give you a call back. It's our recommendation to get in touch with that author of the bill. I think it would be the perfect candidate to interview on the show on the Kia. His name is Brad. He doesn't even give me a last name. Anyway, that's was used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, then.
6,
I don't know if we can
8 times.
hold. We don't hold that against.
No,
them,
I'm just
do we?
saying that no. But anyway, he basically saying it's not Zach's responsibility to come on the show.
Well, maybe you people in Coon Rapids, in all seriousness, maybe if you're GLers in Coon Rapids, you could ask of this fellow an accounting for his beliefs.
When are they going to do that? They get up at 5 a.m. They work until 6 p.m. They've got 3 kids. Two of them have hockey. The other one has a dance recital. They're not going to get home and back in bed till 11.
Okay, but maybe this guy has a town hall meeting or something once in
There
a
you
while.
go. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
find out when he makes himself available
to the public,
to you constituents in Coon Rapids and say, we're a bit puzzled as to your beliefs that a car in a neighborhood constitutes a safety problem. We prefer to believe that criminally minded people constitute the safety problem. And would you please explain yourself? It's up to you people in Coon Rapids. Somehow this fruitcake got elected.
Let me provide a non sequitur that's not going to be a non sequitur to answer your question.
Huh?
I'm looking at a timeline from what the governor has done from basically 24 hours ago to right now.
Mm-hmm.
The 5 of us,
Mm-hmm.
it is our job,
Mm-hmm.
well, less me and Rook, but you 3
Yeah.
to monitor the news a lot to bring to this show. That's what we do here, right?
We do more than that, but yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
We don't
follow this.
We don't bring you the news. We
we-
analyze the deterioration of America.
But what I'm saying is that's what we do is we keep an eye on things that are going on. And it's almost impossible for us to keep up.
Okay. Do you have something you wish to say about his 24-hour activities?
Well, my point is just looking at what's been going on in this state alone for 24 hours. How is ma and pa taxpayers supposed to keep up with all of this nonsense?
Well, I get what you're saying.
when it's being
You're
crammed
right. It's a
down our throat
it's a
at the rate
non
it is.
sequitur.
But it's answering your question from
right,
earlier.
right,
It's damn near impossible for us to keep up with this.
Snowballing. Yep. Every day there's 10 more things they're shoving at us.
Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan just said, I am so proud to stand with the faith, nonprofit, and community leaders that have fought for driver's licenses for all for decades. Today, we sent a message to Minnesotans across the state. Minnesota is your home, and we're so glad you're part of our community. We all know that that's BS. That's not why they passed
driver's license for all was true until about 2006. and then
2003, I think it was. Joe.
2003, and then it went away, and now it's back.
But we all know what this is about.
So I understand. It's buying votes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be brief. The issue here is not whether we broke a few rules or took a few liberties with our female party guests.
Just a minute. Matt is reading the Animal House speech.
Yes, we did. but you can't hold a whole fraternity responsible for the behavior of a few sick, perverted individuals. If you do, shouldn't we blame the whole fraternity system? And if the whole fraternity system is guilty, then isn't this an indictment of our educational institutions in general?
Yes.
Isn't this an indictment of our entire American society?
This is perfect.
Yeah.
You can do what you want to us, but we won't sit here and listen to you badmouth the United States of America.
That's exactly
what's
That's what's happening.
Let's get a production guy to read that in a studio so we can just use that
We
at,
have to use it all the time.
at
With
will.
the Ray Charles underneath us.
Yeah.
See if we can get Rocco or
Yeah.
Tony or somebody to read that.
That's exactly what's happening.
100%.